I'm
get
going
it.
to say something.
Yeah.
You know, brand image matters a lot.
A whole lot.
To a lot of organizations.
Yes.
I'm going to make an example of a Nigerian financial institution. This financial institution made sure that their branch managers started getting car loans.
Yes.
And they are not trekking to work. And they have cars to bring to work. Because tell me, how somebody that said is going to keep my millions
does not have a vehicle.
And their shoes are fouled under. And that person is supposed to keep my millions. Now to our second story. In this story, whoever have boxing gloves should borrow me. Because I don't know if it's Toby or Priscilla that I'm going to box. But because this story fights to finish. Dear HR Anonymous, I once went out after work to hang out with some of my old classmates. You know now. We went out to a bar. We had alcohol, food, drinks, everything there. Even there was shisha on our table. We all had a good time, of course. So to show other friends now, you know, now pepper them, WhatsApp, Facebook, everywhere. I posted pictures and videos from the get together online so that people that do not attend, so that they can see. On Monday morning, I got a call from the HR on the videos on my page. My manager was also present. Now there I know say kasala don burst. She asked me, do you take shisha, ma? Do you take alcohol? Anype? As I put that on the best way to answer her, you know now, rehearsing speech in your mind. She gave me another one. Your social life has everything to do with the brand image and identity of the organization for as long as you are an employee. And I responded, ma, this was done in my private time and not during work hours. And even the shisha that is in the video is not my own. I didn't know anything about it. I believe what I do in my private time is my business and doesn't concern the organization. My post was on my private page and not on that of the organization. But the HR still went ahead to say, curtail your social life. But people, what really is my business? What really is their business with my private life? What's my business to not posting because the organization is this and that and that? Me, Sha, I have removed all of them from my page. Let everybody be on their own.
Life and direct.
Let everybody will come and kill me with questions.
Life and direct.
Do you take alcohol?
You know what?
Do you take shisha?
Anype. But the way the day shower blocking. That was touch me. But wait, like I don't understand. No, you should not look at me like that. I don't understand.
Speak up.
I don't
look at you anyhow. What you don't understand is what we determine, like, what will happen next.
Let me use a professional voice. Let me drop my Agbero voice so that you people will not say they smoke shisha. But like that character, that particular character, do we actually say that is against work ethics? Has she done something that affects our work ethics? Like, okay, she has done something that she's not meant to do as an employee.
That's not it.
First of all,
that's
you
not
know,
it.
there are some organizations. Hold on.
My question.
There are some
I will answer your
organizations
question.
where
Don't not allow me.
there are organizations where you apply for their job. They ask for your social media handles.
Yes.
And they go through your social media,
which
which will allow them to actually
inform a decision.
Yes, form a decision about you and
yes.
all that. So nobody says you not smoke your shisha or drink your alcohol. But watch what you post on your social media.
Yes.
As long as you're already an employee of that company, you represent that company outside.
Yeah.
So whatever you post is how people will actually view you via your social media. So at this point, I'm supporting the HR and the management.
But gentle Toby, my question.
Toby no gentle.
On this particular note, gentle Toby, because I know before you will reach that level of angry Toby, let me make use of this opportunity. Do you know that you said if you want to drink your shisha and whatever,
Yes.
you're not meant to post it.
Yes.
In this story, let's not forget, she wasn't taking the shisha.
Yes.
She was not drinking
But
the
she was
shisha.
in that
She
setting.
was in the setting.
She was in the
So
setting.
are you saying that she's not meant to be within people? She's not meant to be in the midst of people
Nobody's
that
saying
drink.
that.
Okay, Christiana,
Nobody's
there
saying
is
that.
actually something that says, show me your friends,
Mm.
and I'll tell you
Who you are. Okay.
From who you move with.
People will
From,
judge you.
I can not even judge you. I can deduce the kind of person that you would be.
So we don't have friends. We don't have friends that drinks or smokes, and then they are still our friends, because friendship is not just about what you do. It's about like the friendship.
You are not getting it.
But I will say
I
something.
want to get it.
I will say something.
Yeah.
There are some friends that if you want to take them to your house, you actually tell them that, you see this way you do.
Not do am for my house, so.
Not do am for my house.
Those
So
kind
of-
my man no go like them. And I'm very sure that there are some friends that you would not even allow
to come to your
come
house.
close
But
to your
I
house.
am saying
It's
that.
not because they are not your friend.
Yeah, but
It's
because
because there's something you are projecting that they are negating. They
Yeah.
are negating a particular thing that
I
you
get
stand
it.
for.
I get your point. I'm just saying that it is not applicable in her situation. Like in this particular story, it's so clear. It's so clear. You are in the midst of people. They have alcohol and shisha on the table. You were not smoking it. You were not drinking it. You only took pictures and posted it on your own personal page. So I'm not disputing the fact that she's an image of a brand or something. But I'm saying that what I post on my page, especially when I'm not in the act, when I'm not doing that thing, does not really mean that I am doing anything bad to
Christiana,
affect your
nobody
relationship.
said she's not smoking it, oh. Nobody
The story said
Hold on.
no. You can go back
She
to the
said
story.
she said herself
The
that
story said she was not
drinking.
the one-
She said it.
that she was not the one
But what
smoking the
I
shisha.
saw from the picture you posted cannot say whether you drank it or not,
Don't
or
even
whether you
forget.
smoked it or not. It is on that table.
Yeah.
The video is posted.
Yeah.
I see you in that setting.
Okay.
Obviously, you guys bought that piece for people to take.
Okay,
Don't be
thank you.
this
whatever-
Christiana.
whatever you
Hold on.
post,
Let me answer
whatever
his
you
question.
post,
Let me answer his question.
People can deduce any notion from it. And if I was HR, I would think you take shisha and you take
God bless
alcohol.
you. So my point now is that when did we get to a level of HR deducing without accuracy? Hold
Okay.
on.
No.
Hold on.
The
Okay.
HR is
Now,
also
okay.
saying,
let me
try
respond to your
protect
concern.
me.
Let me respond to your concern. Now you're
Yes.
saying there was no point in the picture that said that she was not drinking.
Drinking, yes.
At the same time, there was no point in the picture that said that she was the one drinking or smoking the shisha.
Okay,
That's what
okay, Christiana,
they're
I will
trying
make
to
one point
correct.
for you.
Yes.
There's active smoking and there's passive smoking.
Okay, go ahead.
If you are not actively smoking it,
You can be
you are
passively smoking it.
it
Okay.
because you are within the environment. Yes, she's
So,
still smoking it.
we are just meeting ourselves in an
So I
environment
feel-
where
I
they will
feel-
smoke for your side.
Yes,
like this.
This is that-
Is it not Nigeria?
Christiana,
that we are?
no.
I don't even think they care whether she was smoking or drinking it.
Okay.
It is the image she's
True.
projecting.
That is my
It is the
concern.
image. And their brother cause you are employed under our organization, don't portray that image.
No,
Yes.
I
Do
understand
not
it.
portray that
What
image
I'm trying
the
to
outside.
say,
Yes.
what I'm trying to say is that because we are all employees or staff in a particular organization,
Yes.
does not mean that we don't have a life outside work.
You have a life.
Hold on, does not mean that we don't have a social life.
Yes.
So do you know that there are times that maybe our families, we have parties,
Yes.
birthdays, and
Yes.
all of
Yes.
this, and you'll be there. Even sometimes your cousins, your nephews, your friends, they'll be
Yes.
there chilling, drinking.
Yes.
So you do videos and post them. Does
Yes.
that make you a bad reputation of the organization?
Christiana,
Yeah,
this is
see.
different. This is different.
How is it different?
And how is it different? She was in a setting at a bar, shisha on a table, drinking, smoking, partying. We know how all these things look, and we know how they are. Except that we want to how they so say that you work for.
You want to feel
happy.
you want to feel
Like
happy.
Put your word under your this thing.
Under your tongue.
We understand how these settings can, how wild these settings can get. And this is what I'm going to say. Imagine that you work for an health organization.
That's
for
health
example.
organization.
I'm
It's
just
still
saying,
the same.
imagine that you
can't
work for
determine
an
what
health
organization
organization.
is.
Yeah.
And you actually go out to give people advices, or you don't
On
even go out.
smoking.
They come to you, you consult to people. How do you now? How will you link?
See, in that
Make
that
this
scenario,
make sense.
in that
There's
scenario,
somebody that is telling me not to smoke.
Yeah.
If people, are you not appreciative?
now
of the
let me
people
make
close
it
to
make
you?
sense to you. In that scenario, I'm very, very sure for somebody that wants to take up a job like that, there's an agreement. You have guidelines.
Yes.
You have policies guiding what you're doing. Do you understand? But in this scenario now, I'm sure that there would have been nothing that would have informed the staff from the onset that okay, if you want to work with us, you are not meant to be seen in the. See,
So,
I'm not talking. I'm
I'll
not
put
talking.
a
Sorry.
scenario. Okay.
I'm not speaking to is smoking or not smoking now. I am laying emphasis on the fact that she was not doing this act. She was not doing it. She was just with
That's
people.
what it's still the projection.
No,
So I'll put a scenario out now. A CEO You think CEOs don't chill with their friends?
They do.
They don't go to bar.
Yeah.
They don't drink and smoke. But you don't see those kind of pictures on their page. Because they are representing that company.
I understand.
So it's the
If
representation.
you go where CEO they cheat, they
You will
will
see
say
what?
no pictures.
Exactly.
No pictures.
I
You
understand.
have to project yourself in the right way, and you're representing this organization. You work for them, they pay you. I'm sure in their rules and regulations,
Regulations.
yeah.
But
They'll say some things like that.
Yeah.
Which means you shouldn't, like for instance, private schools right now.
Okay.
Some schools don't have, you post a picture of you in a club and all that, they expel you. You're not even working for them. You're a student. But the fact that you are in that setting, they can actually expel you and say you are not showing the true name of the school.
The true image. I get it.
It's not about
I
what
get
you are
it.
doing.
I get it.
Everybody knows people do secret things at the back.
It's not
in the
even
con-
secret.
No,
I am not saying it to be
people do
secret.
things- people
That
do
you are
things at the
trying.
back
Yeah.
without- But the fact that you took the picture, you posted it on your social media, and you are now complaining that the company is getting angry that you are portraying.
No. Do you even know why this thing is not as much as a problem as we are painting it? Because if the organization now, they made a step. They did what?
Yes.
They called her.
Yes.
And made her understand.
Yes.
There's even possibility that she does not have that understanding initially. Because if it was something that was out of bound, they would have done a particular kind of disciplinary action.
She's
No.
still questioning them.
Because she's surprised.
No, she didn't. No,
She's still questioning the organization.
Yes, now I will too. I will too.
Understand.
I am sorry, Toby. Let's
Yes.
get this. She's
Yeah.
not coming from the angle of they didn't tell me, now they told me.
Yes.
Okay.
And they punished me for
She's
not
coming
telling
from
me.
challenge.
They didn't even
Coming
punish
from
her.
a point-
They didn't punish her.
Yes, she's still coming from a point of I'm right.
What have I done wrong?
I've not done anything wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel that even ordinary picture where you go snap, if you snap for a place where no get fine background, if drum dey there, you go shift come out for where the drum
not
dey.
even
See,
post
one
There's
thing
something that you
one thing
portray.
that I
To
just
portray.
feel, is that in as much as we are trying to understand the organization's point of view, their brand image, their reputation, and all of it, we still have human beings that also need to do a life balance, social life balance, and everything. So maybe if I'm the one in the position of this anonymous, I'd rather just block them from my WhatsApp or my whatever.
It's not about them alone.
Because
It's not
see,
about them
you
alone.
cannot be perfect.
So
You
for
cannot
instance,
be
let me paint
perfect.
a
It's not
scenario.
in all scenario that you need to actually keep some things that you're actually doing because you don't want your office people to say.
So for instance now,
Yeah.
that
Let
same
me
company,
finish.
let's say it's an outsourcing company.
Yeah.
They are pursuing a project which
Okay.
has to do with, let's say, a health contract or something.
Mm-hmm.
And in that way of pursuing the contract, they review the company.
Okay.
They say, okay, provide us your staff social media
Handles.
handles. And they go through your staff social media handles. And what they can see your staffs are portraying outside is different from what you stand for.
Okay.
You've put the company already on a very tight corner. And
Which is true.
That contract
Which is
will
true.
not be awarded to that company.
Which is
because they
true.
feel your staffs don't stand for their own, for the what they stand for.
Mm,
So
yes.
that way you've already put the company in a tight corner.
That is
so
why
it is best if you were an entrepreneur, you are the boss of your own.
Yeah.
You can do what
you can
like.
do whatever
Yes,
you want to
whatever
do.
you want to
And
do.
I will
Yeah.
say it,
And
and I will
nobody
say
has a
another
problem with
thing.
that.
You can see, even if we use celebrities as an example,
There are certain
there are
things they don't
certain things that
Yes.
you will do. They know.
Yes.
There are certain things that will come out that will make brand drop you like this,
Yes.
like hot potato.
Yeah.
Brand will start
So
dropping
there are
you.
certain things
Just
they
because
don't
It's not
of
do.
that
because you don't own your life or you don't have rights to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
But
why.
that thing
That's
that
why
you
I'm
did is
saying.
going to have an effect
That's
on
why
our
I'm
brand
saying
image.
that. I am not
That's
saying.
why
I am not saying
Yes.
that the brand image does not matter. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
You know, I already cleared that. I'm just saying that in as much as brand image matters, your personal life also matters
Like
too.
what just happened?
Do you understand?
Like
It matters too.
NDLEA,
Yeah.
drugs, so. They called a certain artist came to their.
Somebody that is
A certain artist came to
And everybody
their-
was like, are you whining me?
So. Few days after, that same artist was still seen carrying
The same
what he
thing.
was against.
And it was far.
serious
So,
organization.
They quickly debunked it now. Because
Yeah.
they know that is against their image and what they're trying to portray.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
get it.
So it's the same kind of thing that is occurring here.
I would even say
But
something.
do you know that it's going to be very, very difficult
To do
for
what?
you to? I'm not saying for you to curtail drinking and whatever.
No, they
But
are
for
not-
you to
nobody
still at the
saying
same time.
God give
No.
everything to curtail
This
it.
particular scenario now, you people should not forget.
Yes.
This scenario is not about you doing drinking or smoking.
Yes.
It's about they saw you in the midst of people doing it.
Yes.
So
And it's
what
the
I'm trying to
image.
say now
It's
is
an
that you know
image.
it's going to be very, very difficult for you to stay clear things like that. doesn't mean that you're going to spend
different
the
if
whole of
someone
your life,
captured
24
you there.
hours of your day
Christiana,
in the office.
It's different if someone captured you there and posted it on social media.
Yeah, but you posted it yourself.
You took the picture and posted
Yeah,
it yourself.
Now let me
This
ask
is
you. Now
me.
let me ask you a
This is
question.
me.
Now
You're
let me
showing
ask you a
us.
question. If
Yes.
somebody had posted it and the
Yes.
person had like posted
Then
it
your
on
explanation
the
will be valid.
explanation that what?
Explanation will be valid.
That what?
You would have explained that
That
you
what?
post it.
That what?
Post
What I was
it, and you're
doing
not
was-
trying to portray the company in the wrong light. You did not
Okay,
post
now
it.
let me understand
But
you guys.
You took
Now
your
let
hand
me
to
let
portray-
me let me understand you guys. So
Yes.
your point is that she shouldn't have posted something like that, or
Yes.
she shouldn't have been found in a gathering
No,
like that.
no,
Which
she
one?
post something like that.
Oh,
You
okay,
shouldn't be-
okay. I
There's
think
no
that
way you-
I
there's
think
no
that
way-
makes sense. That was
Yes.
why I was saying
No.
it's going to be very very hard for you to
No, there's no
curtail
way
that
you
kind of
avoid those
gathering.
kind of things.
No, it
And
cannot- it
sometimes,
cannot work.
sometimes you know I'm not meant to be seen in this kind of place.
Yeah.
Because of where I
Yeah.
work. You will not, like for instance, a choir member. Or you're
When they do it,
or you're a
Stop it and
pastor.
carry
when
on.
they do it,
Or you're a pastor.
When they do
There are
it-
pastors that they pay now.
You're
So
asking for club.
you are not in the club. At
Yeah.
that point, you know you are wrong for being there.
you will
So
see.
in
You
that
will see
kind
some
of
pastors
scenario,
going to watch
if a
strippers.
picture comes out and they see him there, they can also attack him that why were you there? So that's you're portraying a wrong image also.
Yeah,
And this one
I
didn't
get
come from
it. I get
But
it.
this
I get
one-
it. I
I'm
get
going
it.
to say something.
Yeah.
You know, brand image matters a lot.
A whole lot.
To a lot of organizations.
Yes.
I'm going to make an example of a Nigerian financial institution. This financial institution make sure that their branch managers
Yes.
start getting car loans,
Yes.
and they are not trekking to work,
'Cause
and
it's
they
an
have
image.
cars to bring to work. Because tell me how somebody that said is going to keep my millions
Does
is
not have a very cool.
trekking, and their shoes are found under, and that person is supposed to keep my millions. Do you
Exactly.
understand?
Yeah, I get it.
It's not that they have the money to immediately purchase those vehicles, but they'll give them loan and make them look like you can
said exactly
because
said
the image
they
really
want.
matters to them. If you say that you can keep this money, how are your staff looking like?
Exactly.
Hope is not the one that your manager that come and steal all
So,
our money.
so
Then that's your
what
company
she's
has sold
saying
up.
that
Do you understand?
my private life is my life, my social
Yeah, I get it. But
It's-
then I
it's
think
wrong.
I'll come to an understanding with you guys if we are speaking to the fact that it's not like she's meant to totally stay away from
No.
our social life or whatever.
nobody's
But you
saying
putting
that.
it out there, you
choose
putting
that
it
to
out
put
there
which is
could
wrong.
actually affect the
Yes,
brand image.
yes,
But
exactly.
in a case whereby we have employees doing all of that, but at the same time they have a very very high productivity in terms of like what they contribute to that organization
Yes.
is on a wild
That's why-
level.
that's why they-
What do we now advise them to do?
They
No,
wonder.
I
At this point, they wonder. They just called it to her. They wonder. They didn't give her warning. They didn't
Yeah.
give her.
They didn't give her any disciplinary action.
They just wonder. Just trying to explain to her that next time,
You do not do this.
manage what.
Which
you do.
actually makes sense.
makes
Which
sense.
actually
So,
makes sense.
The organization is right on every ground.
Just imagine
Yes.
that on a Monday morning or on a Tuesday morning, you entered bus
Yes.
and conductor refuses to give you your change or something happened. You are not wrong. The conductor is wrong for not giving you your change
Yes.
or for doing whatever is making you angry. Just imagine that you now say don't more wear shirts because I dey wear shirts.
You can't
Now
pull
the
and
second
point.
Agbero sef dey. You can't fold
Roll
your
your
sleeve.
shirt.
Now,
You can't dey fight.
the way
Who
I
know say the
was,
conductor do
I
you
guess,
wrong?
but the way I was painting this story in my head was just using the same scenario Rachel painted. I should now see myself like me. I don't even follow them. They fight. Me, I just dey my lane, but they fight for where I dey. So you're now saying that because
At that
I'm
point,
there.
you have to
So you're not saying because
move
eh,
away from that. Move away from that.
you don't know mufu.
How you go dey where the-
You don't know
Why would
mufu.
you be there? How will you be there?
No,
circumstances. We had a story that
Circumstances.
one guy was dressed well. I think one of the banks, and someone was dressed. I said, I like the way your staff's dress and all that. Then suddenly someone was coming and he saw the same staff walking on the streets with agbado and eating. They fired the staff because he was not portray the company in the
Hey,
right side.
another wahala.
Make dem dey fight when you go stadium.
So you were just on the street eating. You didn't do
do
anything wrong.
Yeah.
But so maybe a client of the company just saw this is the so people's staff.
Come on.
Just
But
run through the street,
I think
eating
what
agbado
makes sense.
and walking.
What makes sense is just that employees should actually portray good brand image,
Exactly.
but at the same
It's
time,
important.
organizations too should understand that there are situations or circumstances that you need to make them understand how to go about it. Not like you now totally want them to stay
So
off
they
their
can give
social
them
life,
trainings
stay
on
off
all
their
that.
this
You
and
give
that.
them trainings on all
Yeah.
that, which will help
Because
them.
it's going to be
But-
very, very difficult. It's going to be very, very
My
difficult.
own point with Anonymous is the fact that it's still coming from a point of
She's right. What did I do wrong?
there's something called brand image, and a lot of organizations do not joke with it.
Yes.
It is okay. I do not think it is out of place for your organization to actually tell you, to actually curtail. I wouldn't say your social life.
There's no issue with that.
I wouldn't even say your social life. I wouldn't tell you to curtail your social life. But whatever you put out there, because you're representative. Even yourself, if they represent yourself, that picture, if you post that for LinkedIn, can you post it on? Yes, now.
No, now different platforms for different things. Nobody will carry flexing picture and go and post it on LinkedIn. No, it does not work.
Okay.
Even everybody on shirt and trouser on LinkedIn, they have nudes in their phone. Forget it.
Nobody.
So LinkedIn has its own. No, you cannot know. You cannot know. So the thing is just that we can tell the anonymous or whoever to curtail how they put things out there.
Yes,
but that one does not mean you should curtail your social life. There's social life and there's professional life. That's what I know.
And sometimes if you curtail that social life.
I beg me, I know they curtail anything. I won't go learn how they smoke shisha.
Go and post it now.
No, it's my HR.
You don't know there's some
smokers are liable to die young.
There's some certain visas you apply for.
You say
smokers are liable to
die
Even if not an organization, if she applies, there's some certain visas you apply for. You check your social media.
You are too professional.
I'm just telling
Go
you.
away.
So the earlier she knows, the
what do
better
you do at your leisure time? What do you do at your leisure time? You carry your laptop.
Leisure time doesn't need to be out there. Your leisure
Chop
time doesn't need to be out there.
What do you do at the leisure? You wash clothes.
I carry my Bible. I pray to God. I read my book. I what do I do again?
You know what I do in my leisure time? I do evangelism. You could have said that not well. I do evangelism. I think on this note, I don't know if you guys have any final advice for the anonymous.
She should take to the correction.
Yeah.
She's still acting like she's on her rights. Is her social media. She know it is not your right.
Work scarce.
If she's feeling that way, she should resign and become an entrepreneur and produce anything you want to project anything you want to project to yourself.
For your own brand.
But as long as they're in the company, calm down.
You should respect their brand image.
My own this thing to the anonymous.
Which thing?
My own advice.
Now you're
I
talking.
will shoot you. My own advice to the anonymous is, as I always say, as much as I have not seen work in filling station. So every organization has a brand image they are trying to protect.
Yeah.
There are things that you don't do. A lot of organizations have that. If you, because of that, leave one organization, you are going to
find it elsewhere.
So even for the sake of your own career advancement, and people start taking you serious. Nobody says professionals don't do things in their distance. Forget the company self. Your own, you yourself as a brand, for your own brand image, there are certain things you should not do, except you don't want to grow professionally.
For me, I'm not going to be selfish because I'm not going to go with Mr. Gentle and Mrs. Gentle. My own opinion or my own advice to the anonymous is, yes, there are some things you don't do. At the same time, there are some things that you have to still do because you have to create. You have to have a work-life balance. Mm-hmm. But do not put things out there that will affect the brand image of your organization. That does not mean you should not enjoy your life. Because even if your social life is not balanced, it will affect work. Work will not go.
Okay.
Do you understand? Work will
yourself.
not go. Yeah, enjoy yourself, but then you need to put the brand image of your organization in a kind of high priority. Yes, it matters. Only if you want to go and do your own side also.
Work-life balance again, no.
Is that what?
Work-life integration.
Okay, work-life integration. Work-life integration. So I think that is just all we have to tell the anonymous. Yes, you need to take to correction. You need to take to correction. At the same time, organizations, so please help us. Help us too. Help us.
Use your sense.
You people should do TGIF in your office.
So on this note, we are going to be taking this wonderful episode of the HR Anonymous show. We'll be bringing it to an end. But of course, we are not going to leave this screen without telling you to do what? Drop your comments, drop your opinions in the comment section. Do not forget to keep following us. I mean, put on your notification button. If you're not doing that, then you're not doing well. So we also have other videos. Go there, watch our videos, drop your opinions. Send in your own story to us at all. We would like to have your stories, regardless of how long it has been. Even if it's 10 years ago, send it. We have Jagabans here. We will discuss it. So on this note, we are going to be saying goodbye. See you later.